For my audience, I have my mom, my dog, my dad, and my sister. Why do people think it's okay to let innocent animals die? Why is it a normal thing to watch animals suffer? I don't know how we can sit back and watch this happen in front of our eyes. My name is Jenna Ingberts, and today I will be discussing the topic of animal testing, alternatives that can be used, and why it should be put to an end. According to PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, more than 100 million animals are killed each year due to animal testing. These animals include rats, mice, cats, frogs, dogs, guinea pigs, birds, monkeys, and many other animals. Animal testing includes cosmetic testing, along with food and drug testing, as well as medical training, biology lessons, and more. Animal experimentation is not only a waste, but they're unreliable. Quoted from PETA, beginning quote, "The majority of animal experiments do not contribute to improving human health, and the value of the role that animal experimentation plays in most medical advances is questionable," end quote. Almost all diseases that are tested on animals are never the same as they are in human beings. An example is that cancer has been cured in mice for many decades while it has been unsuccessful in humans. To me, it's pointless to test with diseases alone, since it has been proven multiple times that it never reacts in humans as it reacts in animals, and animal experimentation needs to be put to an end. Whether we know it or not, we are actually the ones funding animal experimentation in testing through US taxes. Surprisingly, the purchasing of lottery tickets affects and funds animal experimentation as well. Organizations like the Food and Drug Administration, the National Toxicity Program, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture fund animal testing. Quoted again from PETA, beginning quote, "One of the largest sources of funding comes from publicly funded government agencies such as NIH. In 2020, NIH budgeted nearly $42 billion for research and development," end quote. A lot of companies use part of their donations to put towards animal testing. Most countries actually put regulations into place to keep animals protected and safe. Instead of doing animal experiments, there are so many alternatives that can be used instead. They are not only more effective and accurate, but they don't cause animals to be endangered or killed. Some tests include human cells and tissues, human volunteers, and computer modeling techniques. Testing with human cells and tissues replicates what it's like on human organs. This type of testing can be used on disease and drug experimentation, and it is also known as vitro testing. They also can use human patient simulators to help with advanced medical training. They even bleed and breathe as humans do. Systems are used like TraumaMan, and they not only breathe and bleed as humans do, but they also have layers of realistic skin and internal organs. This is used for both testing and helps with biology research as well as developing disease progression. They use these techniques to replace animal testing and can be used for almost all drug tests. The most common types of animal testing include cosmetic testing and basic biology research. Even if the animals don't have a reaction to the product they're being tested on, they are likely tested on another product or later killed. Quoted from the Humane Society, beginning quote, "Testing cosmetics on animals is both cruel and unnecessary because companies can already create innovative products using thousands of ingredients that have a history of safe use and do not require any additional testing," end quote. From cosmetic testing alone, 500,000 animals are killed each year. On the bright side, 41 countries have full or partial bans on cosmetic testing, and over 300 companies have signed the Humane Cosmetics Act. The Humane Cosmetics Act restricts the use of animal testing for the companies who sign the agreement. This act was recently introduced in 2019, and a survey said that over 3/4 of the population would feel more comfortable using the alternatives to animal testing than using it itself. In 2021, 5 states passed the ban on selling animal-tested cosmetics. These states include New Jersey, Hawaii, Maine, Maryland, and Virginia. In the US overall, 8 states don't sell animal-tested cosmetics. Hopefully, over the next few years, this will be put into place for the entire US and potentially the whole world. The US currently has no ban on the testing of cosmetic or household products. Fortunately, companies have the opportunity to make this decision themselves. People associate animals as non-living or non-human, which makes them think it's an okay thing to do. All animals are still living creatures with feelings and can experience things like humans do, pain, suffering, etc. It doesn't only cause them pain, but it violates animal rights. Quoted from Save the Animals, Stop Animal Testing. Beginning quote. Humans cannot justify making life better for themselves by randomly torturing and executing thousands of animals per year to perform laboratory experiments or to test products, end quote. Technically, humans are animals too. Nowadays, we have a lot of advanced technology that could help us to use alternatives to animal testing. It has been proven now to be out of date when other options are becoming more available each year. Animal testing can also get expensive, and we can use things like organoids and microdosing for a cheaper amount. Also, it causes no harm to proceed with these techniques. As previously stated, animal testing is not always accurate. Animals react to things way differently than humans do. Even each human reacts to everything differently. In fact, humans are often harmed by the miscalculations and results taken from animal testing. The information can be misleading and causes humans to have a worse reaction to a substance before animal testing was performed. Scientists and investigators are often misled by the results and safety, causing harm to humans. Overall, animal testing should be discontinued for so many reasons. It kills and injures so many animals daily and is not as accurate as alternatives can be today. Technology makes strides each day with new advancements. It's not worth it to have animals suffer, especially when we can perform other tests that are not only more detailed, but don't cause harm in any sort of way. Animal testing is currently required by law, but only some of it is. Required testing includes cosmetic testing. The manufacturers have what is called a legal responsibility before they send their products out to anyone. They want to make sure everything is safe, and some think that animal testing is the only way to do so. In reality, it's not. We have so many alternatives that we can use today. Once again, my name is Jenna Ingberts, and this is why animal testing should be put to an end. Once again, this is my audience. I have my mom, my dad, and my sister.